Okay, here is some information on the pandemic project. At this point, we just have a few weeks left of school, and the only thing you have to do is add an entry a week. So, something interesting that's happening, like just last week, we had the state Supreme Court decide that Wisconsin can reopen, and that is not what the governor had said. So, how has that changed? What does that look? Maybe you want to write a reflective piece on that. In the next couple weeks, things may change, things may open up. How is your world starting to look different? Maybe you want to write an entry on that. I'm going to add some questions in here that you can or cannot answer because at this point, we're almost done. You should already have 7 completed and finalized entries in your primary source journal. And you're just going to create 3 more entries of your choice. I'm not telling you what to write. I'm not giving you any assignments that go with it anymore. You are on your own just to be creative and come up with some new ideas for your journal. And I've, of course, given you some ideas. Here they are. There's a website that's actually full of ideas that you can use. That is like a time capsule of this pandemic period. So if you want to click on that link there, you can find out more and maybe use something from here, or maybe it'll spark some kind of creativity in you. I know at the beginning, TikTok dances were out and people were doing those. Even my kids were showing me some TikTok dances, so maybe you want to do something like that. I know we have some dancers in class that would probably love to do that. You can do your video and upload it to your presentation and then just explain why you did it. And that should work. Then any videos. Create a video that shows you and your family doing something fun, and I will link some videos for you to look at. The good news with John Krasinski, there were some good examples in there lately. An inspirational pep talk. It would be great for you guys to put a video of you doing a pep talk and putting some pictures to it, or being out in nature about something inspirational for this time period. Use Kid President as your inspiration. Maybe you like to write poems. You can create a variety of poems to express your feelings during this time, and put a picture with it that kind of represents it, but write some poems. Another idea is commercials and ads. I actually took pictures of my TV that I will be putting in for commercials and ads that really reflect the time period, like flattening the curve. I also have some documents that were sent to me, like from the governor, or that my husband received through work, that I'm going to put in as primary source documents. So in the future, like, they are available to me. So maybe you want to put in some kind of mailing you received at home that talks about it, or like I said, I took pictures of my TV. You'll see that in my project. Make sure to always check back on my example project to see updates, and maybe that'll spark some ideas for you too, so you can add to your journal. For those of you that really like math and statistics, you can do a survey. Use a Google form, send it out to people you know, and use those graphs in your presentation and say what you learned from it. That would be a really great one to know how people were feeling during this time period. And you have 3 weeks to do it, so you could make them do it every week and see if their feelings change over time. Next, lessons learned. What are some major life lessons you have learned during this time? You can write a lesson title, a slogan, an aphorism, and explain how you learned this important lesson of life. And lastly, news articles. You've read some news articles through Newsela. You might have seen other ones too that you read even on your phone if you look at the news app at all, and maybe they really stuck with you, like something you read was super interesting, or maybe something that like maybe scared you, and so you want to write about that, and you could put that major headline in there and explain how it made an impact on you as a person living during this time period. So there's all sorts of ways you can go in here, and I'm not telling you you have to do one of each of those, or you can do whatever you want. If you want to write 3 more journal entries about just some reflection, you can do that too. Again, like I said, look at my project, and as I add to it, you'll see other ideas that you can use as well. So just to kind of wrap it up, you guys, this whole time, I really wanted you to see that you are the witness to this pandemic. You are the primary source about the topic. Be proud of all the work you've put in and created while we've been virtual learning and staying at home. This was very different for all of us, and you should be proud of the work that you've done. I'm proud of the things I've seen already. Great job. And last but not least, if you want to submit yours to Wisconsin Historical Society for the future, it would be cool for some people to do that. And see slide 3, it gives you the link of how you can submit. Throughout the next 3 weeks, if you have any questions or need some advice on this project, you know where to find me. Thanks.